brand new GameCube Challenger approaches. So we just got through with a Bonza excursion with Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2, a game that celebrated its 20th anniversary for 2024. But apparently, that's not the only sequel we'll be playing this year. Apparently, there's another sequel that has its 20th anniversary in the year 2024 as well. A sequel to a Nintendo series that I'm pretty sure most, if not everybody, all Nintendo fans are familiar with. Nowhere near as successful as Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon, but still just as equally beloved. It has the same warning, health and safety, as the start of the Wii boot up. That's right, they're back! Those adorable microscopic plant creatures in a brand new adventure! Hey, paisanos! This is ToonGamer23, and welcome to my Let's Play of Pikmin 2! The sequel to the 2001 game on the GameCube, starring those adorable little plant creatures. So this game came out on April 29th, 2004, and this year marks this game's 20th anniversary, so, like with my tradition, I'm gonna play it. So yeah, it's basically for every game that has, like, increments of 5th or 10th anniversaries, you know what I mean. Okay, let's begin. Scatter, boys! Alrighty, so, oh, that's a old save file. Okay, so yeah, that's a completed save file. I think I'll probably start a new one. I'll probably save this one for now. I'll probably delete that later, I don't know, just keep that for reference sake. Okay, let's start a new gaming file. Okay, so let's blast off. Hocotate Freight is a long-haul deep space shipping company. One day, its only employee of many merit, Captain Olimar, crashed on an uncharted planet while on an interstellar vacation. There he was aided by indigenous creatures which he called Pikmin. In the end, Captain Olimar escaped. Assuming it's a good ending. But in Olimar's absence, his employer, Hocotate Freight, ran into financial difficulties. Okay, so it's that kind of game, huh? A game about teaching kids about extraterrestrial economics? Huh, figures. Captain Olimar, but you already knew that. And there it is, Olimar's home planet. Planet Hocotate. This looks like Saturn. Hocotate Freight. Alright. Man, Planet Hocotate is a dump. No offense. President of Hocotate Freight and local employee Louie. Okay, Olimar is home at last after spending less than 30 days on the planet Earth. But he is home at last, safe and sound.
Olimar, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes, very glad, quite glad, but sadly I have an announcement that is not so glad. Our company is going under. Yes, we have finished. On his first mission, Louie here met a ravenous space bunny. And his entire load of golden Pikpik brand carrots was eaten!
I love that.
I took out an enormous loan to repay the debt from this loss. I decided to sell off corporate assets to repay the loan.
Yeah, what kind of assets? No, not the dolphin! No! We spent the whole game repairing that! What the hell, man?
But the only asset we had to sell was your ship, the S.S Dolphin. As for the rest of our loan...
Yikes.
We have no means to repay it.
Oh, but what's this? Apparently Olimar brought back a bottle cap souvenir.
Olimar? What is that? You brought that back as a souvenir for your kid?
Oh, what's up with Louie's eyes there?
Treasure, treasure, treasure. Money, 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 money.
Okay, so a brand new spaceship just sucks up that bottle cap and evaluates it.
Initiating valuation of recovered treasure. This artifact is worth 100 Pokos. This thing's worth 100 Pokos? That's more than a year's salary.
Geez, the exchange rates for Pokos must be vast.
What? There are more on that planet? They can repay our debt! Louie, you don't look alive! You must depart immediately! With Captain Olimar!
Ta-ta, Mr. President! Oh, well, that's what you get for standing too close to the ship. Okay, well, apparently Olimar's family reunion will have to wait. I guess. Okay, as he's sent off back to the planet where he was marooned to begin with, in order to save his company from going into crippling debts. Alright, so yeah, we spent a whole game just repairing Olimar's ship. Valley of Repose. And as I was saying, just spent a whole game just repairing his ship and for no payoff. Watch out for that branch! Oh! Okay, and Louie is down! You go down and... Okay, so yeah, a bit of a rocky start to Olimar's second adventure here on the toxic planets.
That was close. I have averted a crash landing. Running diagnostics. Alert! Danger! Louie is missing! He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communicator. He is either flouting protocol or in danger! Olimar, you must find Louie before he freezes to death in the cold of this planet. Wait a moment. Look!
My plant boys! My adorable little plant boys! You're fighting a little bowboard just like old times.
Could these be Pikmin? They look like they are about to be devoured as we speak. You must help them. Quickly! Press B to call them with your whistle, Captain Olimar. You can also hold B to make the sound of your whistle carry farther. Remember?
I remember it like it was only yesterday. Alright, come to me, my little boys. That's right, my little plant children. They remember you. Hallelujah. Yeah, that would have been a terrible circumstance if you whistled to them and they didn't recognize you and they just attacked you. Ugh.
The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. How fascinating. Give them instructions and do not delay. Press A to grab a Pikmin and release to throw it.
Alright, so splash the bug! Ooh. Terrifying shriek, yikes. Well, survival of the fittest, I suppose. Better him than us.
Attention, Captain Olimar. I have just re-established my communications link with Louie. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press Y to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition.
Okay, so I guess this ship had a built-in AI before AI was even a thing. Alright, so, welcome back, boys. So great to see my little boys going at it. Alright, so yeah, just like at the end of the last game, they've learned to thrive on their own, but it's always happy to be one big, giant interstellar family once again. So yeah, just 5 little reds. I should pick out names for each of you, just like I did in the last game. Okay, so you can be Justin, you can be Steve Areno, you can be Kyle, you can be Bill, and this one can be Olimar Jr. in honor of your late father.
I will remember you.
So there's nothing more we can do here, so you can always carry the corpse back to the onion, but wait a minute, where is the onion? It's not here. So apparently the Pikmin have been separated from their mothership. Oh well, so let's go ahead and contact Louie, aka Player 2. Alright, so yeah.
Louie, allow me to assess your condition as per our safety protocols. Are you at all injured? Is that so? Then my concerns are eased. Our communication link shows you are nearby. Can you make your way to our location and rejoin us? I will navigate for you. Press start pause to contact me and obtain information about the terrain.
Alright, so yeah, just Olimar and his partner are trapped within the subarctic of a snowy landscape here. Okay, so Valley of Repose, eh? Okay, so we're only going to be able to explore a small section of this place until we get a full florist Pikmin army, but one step at a time. Okay, so Olimar knows the Pikmin all too well, but now it's Louie's turn to be introduced to the Pikmin. And lo and behold, there's the onion! Alright, so yeah. Our introduction to the onion, just like old times. Except better.
Louie! The odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Olimar's report.
Alright. Oh, and here we go. The seeds sprouting. Alright. How it waves back and forth hypnotically. Just even Louie's just caught in a trance.
The seed the onion ejected just sprouted. According to Olimar's report, it can be plucked with A.
Louis just staring at it like it's some kind of big cheeseburger. He's ready to eat it. Oh, sorry, that was just me with the C stick. Okay, so alright, so time to go plucking. Alright. Behold, we'll call you Louie Jr. Alright, so yes, the adorable red Pikmin with the huge noses. You gotta love them.
Louie, this must be one of the Pikmin creatures from Olimar's report. It is staring at you.
No shit.
You can use C to issue objectives to your Pikmin squad and even direct their movement. You can disband your squad with X. Interesting. Olimar's description of the creatures resembling Pikpik carrots was strikingly accurate. Louie, my sensors have detected drool in the corner of your mouth. Are you alright?
Oh god, he's thinking of eating the poor thing. Don't you dare! What? Oh, it just follows you around! That's a little awkward. But that's just a little stroke of awkwardness right there. Just Louie just staring back at it, and then both him and the Pikmin just looked at the camera, just breaking the fourth wall. Just like, shocking, ain't it? Okay, so I call this Marvel Louie Jr. And if I do remember correctly, I did name a Pikmin from the first game when we were searching for the engine of the S.S Dolphin, which, need I remind you, was sold off as an asset. I mean, we spent a whole freaking game putting the Dolphin back together, only for it to be sold off immediately after Olimar got home. That just, wow, that just really feels like a giant middle finger to the gamers of the first game, but whatever. That was then, this is now, okay. So, just like old times, break down the posies. Yes. Bring around the rosy. Pocket full of posies. Alright. Time to go propagating. Once again, just like old times. Alright.
The onion ejected more seeds. The pellet from that flower must hold nutrients that breed Pikmin. Yes, the Pikmin gather nutrients, haul them to the onion, and further propagate the species.
Ah, he said the word, Propagate. Hashtag propagate, I guess.
The onion is a Pikmin mothership. Reviewing Olimar's report, it seems repeatedly capping A lets one rapidly pluck Pikmin sprouts.
Okay, so apparently they do have a clever way of instilling instructions for those who need a refresher over a long hiatus from Pikmin 1, but there was only a 3 years difference, but I guess, well, whatever. Okay, so yeah, apparently if you can leave these in the ground long enough, they'll eventually bud and eventually bloom into flowers. I mentioned this in the first part of the first game, but just like with the last game, for expediency's sake, I'm gonna speed things along and just get these poor Pikmin out of the cold, hard ground as soon as possible. I mean, it's possible to let them bloom even in these Arctic temperatures, so I'm guessing the Pikmin are perennials, I guess. Well, anyway, let's think of a good name for this one right here. You can be Carlos, and this one can be Nigel. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, just following the tradition I came up with for the first game, just naming each individual Pikmin, but at least for the first part. I'm probably not gonna even bother with naming any more after this, but just gotta... Oh, damn. Ah! Come on! There we go! Good boy. Okay, so... let's see, anything... Aha! Thought you could escape my line of sight, huh? Well, he did for a little bit. Oh! One more. Alright, come on! Down the flower. Deflower that posy. Alright, so that we may grow more of our glorious red army. Alright. Beautiful, is it not? Okay, so yeah, just adorable little plant guys. Okay, so this one can be Terry. This one can be Ian. This one can be Ty, from obvious nod from our last game that we played. Bonza! Okay, and this one can be Mason. You can be Robbie. This one can be Buddy Jr. if it had a bud, and it's obviously the child of a Pikmin we named Buddy in the first game, so this one can be Mr. Leafy Jr., and that one can be Jerry. Okay, so Glorious Army is 16. Well, technically it's 11, but we've got 16 in the field, and... hello! What have we got here? A Duracell battery? It is indeed a Duracell battery, so yeah, just the branding that Nintendo must have had to deal with Duracell must have been a fortune, but I think it was worth every penny. At least for the time.
Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we are searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate! I would like to appraise it, but you must regroup with Olimar first. Can you see him? Press L to move the camera behind you. R to zoom, and Z to change angles.
Alright, so yes, apparently the treasures are based off of real-life objects in this game. So yeah, you can imagine the amount of money Nintendo had to dish out to multiple companies in order to borrow their licensing rights in order to give off the branding names in their own game. Okay, so crumple up this paper bag. It's gonna require 4 more Pikmin. Alright. Olimar, your go. Alright, combine forces for the greater good. And pound the air out of that flimsy paper bag. No obstacle is too great, as long as you work as a team. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Captain Olimar, Louie, you are reunited at last. This has been a troublesome start to our trip. But now you must feel assured that your combined wits can get you through anything, correct? From now on, use B to form a single group, X to take solo action, and Y to change leaders.
Okay, will do. Alright, so good to... the whole group together. Okay, so... and, really cool difference if you use the C stick to use, to guide the Pikmin around. With Olimar, it's a very distinct difference. With Olimar's whistle, it sounds like a average everyday whistle. And, his control theme just kind of, just sounds like, I don't know what it sounds like, but if you listen to when Louie is in control, it sounds a bit different, doesn't it? Even his whistle sounds different. So yeah, it's a good comparison. Alright, so this corpse will give us just the number we need to get this battery back to the ship so he can store it away and evaluate its worth. And considering that a measly bottle cap was worth 100 Pokos, more than a year's salary for Hocotate Freight, mind you, it's bound to be a fortune by their standards. Alright. Alright, so now we'll find out what the names for the final 4 Pikmin are. At least for this part. Okay, I'll name you Bobby. Oh! they can plug them. Okay, so one of them's Bobby, the other one's Max. This one's PJ, and that one's Finnegan. Okay, okay, so perfect 20 of 20. Okay, stick them on the battery to dig it out. Alright, go to work, boys. Dig this beautiful D-cell battery out of its snowy mound. Alright, perfect. 20 of 20, yeah, this... Okay, so... So yeah, it's been a while since the original Pikmin, so... But the basics have pretty much stayed the same, but this time you have 2 captains. So if need be, you can multitask. So you can grab a group of Pikmin with Olimar, and you can switch to a group with Louie, and you can multitask. So yeah, you'll get more done in a single day than just with one captain, like in the first game. So yeah, that's a major improvement from the first one. Okay, so now I just gotta wait for these little guys to get the battery back to the spaceship. Okay, just taking a sweet time. Okay, so keeping 20-minute time limits is gonna be a little bit trickier for this one. But I'll do my best in order to keep these parts brief like I did with the last part, but to make no guarantees. Alright, our very first treasure, a Duracell battery. courage reactor, as he would call it. Okay, so yeah, this butte is based on a real-life object here in the real world, so that's confirmation that this is indeed planet Earth. It's just a post-apocalyptic planet Earth, because there's no humans around, but their artifacts remain. And this battery has an expiration date for March 2010. So yeah, you know that you're ancient when you know that even the expiration of a battery is ancient by today's standards. So yeah, 14 years past the expiration date. Don't get much older than that. Alright, so 280 Pokos right off the bat. Sweetness.
Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking.
So yeah, this ship's AI just working at its leisure.
Leave it to me to think up catchy names for hit products. It is one of my many talents.
Well, I guess to aliens, I guess those names would be pretty catchy. But to humans, we know full well what they are. The players. There ain't no humans and whatever.
We shall end our first day here and report back to our president. His face will surely be joyous. However, to communicate with Hocotate, we must fly into low orbit above the planet. We will not return to the surface until morning, so as to avoid the indigenous nocturnal creatures.
Alright, so yeah, just like old times, the end of the day, we return to our ship. And assuming the Pikmin have gone back to their onion, we depart the planet's surface and bid the surface of this planet goodnight, just like old times. But in a different ship. This one not needing to be repaired at all, so. Alright, so just like old times, you fly into low orbit with today's report. Alright, so funds earned with the courage reactor. Okay, so 280. So yeah, apparently a battery is very valuable in Hocotate. And the population increased by 20, even though there was already 5 existing before when we first arrived on the planet, but whatever. Alright, mail.
You found your first bit of treasure! Fine work! Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoards regularly. I check in often. Keep up the pace.
Okay. First successful day with an unlimited time limit like the first one. Okay, so from now on, you know the gist. It's gonna be just using our wits and talents behind us to gather as much treasure as we can in single days as we can. And not allowing, and preventing the majority of our army from being devoured, flattened, or burned, or drowned. Just succumbing to all those natural hazards. Okay, well, a successful first day. So yeah, took a bit longer than I was expecting, but I guess with my gab, I just kind of fell behind. Okay, so for each of these, if you press L or R on selection screens, you can actually view them in view all these, the treasures you've collected. And the Picklepedia has you seeing all of the creatures you've witnessed. So yeah, there's a dwarf red bulb orb and a pellet posy. So yeah, you can even view Olimar's notes and Louie's notes. Some of them have really good descriptions, but I think we'll save that for an exclusive part at the end. But yeah, I just want to keep these parts brief. As brief as possible. So yeah, I think we've already gone over the 30-minute mark, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Okay, so anyway, you can view the descriptions there if we have some spare time at the end of each part, but I think we'll be focusing on just hitting like a 20 to 25 minute mark as close as possible, but we've gone over that. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and if you would leave a comment and or like, that would be most appreciated. Until next time on Pikmin 2, this is ToonGamer23, signing out. And truth be told, I was really planning to start this game way earlier this year, but things just got in the way and just kept getting distracted. And I guess you reap what you sow, for lack of better terms, in this instance.